In this video, we'll be telling the story of two identical twin brothers that were allegedly responsible for numerous shootings throughout Jacksonville, including the crazy broad daylight murder of a hitman that allegedly killed 3 people from the 5X. Their hood.
Damn.
Paperboy 5X, real name Alan Bass, and Mr. CEO 5X, real name Alex Bass, are two identical twins from Jacksonville, Florida. They are from a hood in Jacksonville called Grand Park.
You know, I don't think I've ever heard of two hitmen being twins, you know? But it's wicked and evil as it sounds. It might be a good strategy. If I want to go catch bodies in the streets and I got a twin, how you gonna tell us which one it was? That wasn't me, that was my twin. That wasn't me, that was my twin. That was my twin, that wasn't me, that was, you feel me? So they both saying that, how you gonna prove it was one of them? It's some real evil, genius type of stuff, man.
Grand Park has numerous gang/sets that reside within there, with the most notable one being Head First, going by the acronym HFE. Grand Park has beef with other hoods such as 1200 and Flag Street. Not much is publicly known about the twins' upbringing, but they jumped into the streets at young ages and picked up hefty rap sheets. With the rise in popularity of drill music, they would both start rapping, and in their music, they would brag about the numerous shootings they were allegedly responsible for. As is common with many gang members, the death of a close friend would cause them to take their gangster lifestyle to a whole new level.
The death of Ace Cho.
On August 12, 2019, 3 men named Von 5, Ace Cho, and Fredo Rockout were sitting in a parked vehicle on 1620 West 5th Street when they were shot. All 3 victims were transported to UF Health, where Ace Cho would be pronounced dead at just 17 years old. The other 2 survived their injuries. Crime scene detectives recovered 7.62 shell casings from the scene. Von 5 was interviewed by the police and told them that he was set up by a female he had never met before. He said he was communicating with the female over Instagram, and they agreed to meet up at the location.
I gotta tell y'all a story time. I'm definitely gonna do a story time about somebody tried to set me up before.
Shortly after acknowledging his arrival at the determined location over his Instagram account to the female, 2 male suspects began shooting into his vehicle from a vacant lot directly across from his location. The unknown female was identified and subsequently arrested. She admitted to participating in luring Vaughn to the location to be shot, and she gave up the name of one of the shooters. The shooter was a 1200 member named Joey. Joey is actually the blood brother of a 1200 member.
Hold on, y'all. This is my clothing brand. I need y'all to go support your boy, okay? And supporting your boy with some pretty cheap clothing, all right? And you gonna be fly and fresh as hell, man, all right? Link in the description. They.us. Go shop.
Named Spaz that was killed a year prior to this. The police searched Joey's phone and found text messages of him admitting to trying to kill Vaughn and his friends because Vaughn had been dissing his brother Spaz. While searching his text messages, the police were able to find the second shooter. The second shooter was a member of 1200 named Creep. All 3 are currently locked up. Creep was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison. Joey took a plea deal and was sentenced to 15 years in prison.
Damn! Hold on, you went the, wait, what did he just say?
Named Creep. All 3 are currently locked up. Creep was found guilty and sentenced to life.
So you took it to trial and got life. He played out and got 15 years. Boy, y'all niggas be slow as a box of chips. If you know you killed this nigga, why would you take it to trial? And you not rich, you don't got no $1 million lawyer. Like, I don't understand that shit, boy. You better go take this 15 years. Go do your little 10, 12 years, bring your dumb ass home. You know you killed them. That's stupid. Bruh. Stupid. You shouldn't have been talking shit. Come on, bro.
Life in prison. Joey took a plea deal and was sentenced to 15 years in prison.
That's
Ace
insane.
Cho was close friends to both of the twins. The set Cho Way was created to honor his memory. Losing Ace Cho devastated the twins and made them seek retribution for him, particularly against members of 1200. They started to diss deceased members of 1200 in their songs and made public threats against them on social media.
You dunked on that case and get out in jail. 30 died, you didn't get back. Fuck, nigga.
You jumped on
Caesar
my
died, you
homeboy
didn't get back.
to get out
Caesar
of
died,
jail,
you
and
didn't
you
get
told
back.
on me and
Caesar
Queso.
died,
What
you
the?
didn't
You
get.
jumped.
Caesar died,
You said
you
he
didn't get
told
back,
on me and
nigga.
Queso?
Caesar
You
died,
jumped
and
on
I'm
that
riding
nigga.
smoking him.
Come on,
Hey,
ATK
Caesar died,
Queso?
and I'm riding
told on
smoking
me
this
and
man.
Queso and tried to get us put in
Caesar
jail.
died, and I'm riding smoking
Oh
him.
my God.
Caesar died, and I'm riding
So
smoking
y'all
him.
up on the show.
Caesar died,
Oh my God.
and I'm riding smoking
These
him
little
right now,
boys is
man.
crazy as hell.
Merch on
Yeah,
Ace,
man.
y'all up on the
You
scope.
already know what's going on, man. Free
Merch,
buy, man. Free
y'all
hat,
not even
man.
up on those
Free
scores.
goofies, man.
Y'all not even up on
Free
those scores.
goofies. Free goofies.
To win.
What
The
did you
score is
score,
2 to win.
stupid? You
The
was a
score is 2
bitch.
to
It's
win.
not no
Y'all
score.
down
You was a
two.
bitch.
Y'all
You
down
ain't get
two.
back.
Y'all
You ain't
down
get
two.
back. You ain't get back for
Man,
30.
look at shit. Y'all down two, man.
Stupid.
This look ass shit.
Y'all can't
No,
shoot.
you lucky you
Nigga
ain't
let
die.
out
Shut the
50
fuck
shots
up,
and missed
bitch.
everybody in the car.
You Ohio by yourself, nigga. You a bitch. You Ohio by yourself. You a bitch, nigga. You a bitch,
I got
nigga.
money to
They're
get
not gonna
places,
take you
don't I?
nowhere. You a bitch,
I got
nigga.
money.
Additionally, the twins stated in multiple of their songs that they would slide for Ace
Just
Cho
goofy,
and
man.
kill anyone that disrespects him.
Speaking on Ace Cho, ambulance gon' toot your nose up. Instead of speaking on Ace Cho, I'm a flash out. In the name of Ace Cho, we gon' get him. Swear to God, when I see him, I'ma blitz him. Rod,
Damn.
don't give a fuck, bitch, sick him.
Damn. Oh, they shot up a funeral? Oh my
As you
God.
just saw, the twins were eager to kill a member of 1200 to avenge Ace Cho. The death of a 1200 member would give them an opportunity to strike.
I think if I had any choice on any city to be raised in, I think Jacksonville would be like the last. Like as far as like crazy cities, Jacksonville, I don't know. Jacksonville culture is just weird as fuck to me. Everything, the hair, even though I know that's all of Florida, the hair, the accent, the way they dress, the shit they be doing, it's all like that shit is weird to me. I don't know, but I mean, I'm from Chicago, so I feel like a lot of shit in Chicago weird too, but
September 2nd, 2020, a member of 1200 named Leaky was shot and killed. Leaky was one of the most beloved members of 1200 because he was allegedly one of their main killers. About 2 weeks later, Leaky's funeral was held, and as expected, numerous 1200 members were in attendance. The twins would get wind of this, load up their guns, and speed to the location. They were with another Jacksonville rapper / gang member named Dolo that also has beef with 1200. They arrived at the address on 2nd Street and spotted two 1200 members in a dark sedan outside the venue. They then allegedly proceeded to shoot the car up. Fortunately, none of the shots struck the intended victims.
That's what's up.
Officers quickly arrived, so the twins and Dolo fled the scene. They were running through the backyards of random houses while holding their guns in their hands. They eventually were able to find an unlocked white van and they tried to hide inside it. However, a witness saw them and reported them to the police.
Dumbass.
The police followed through with the tip and arrested Dolo and the twins. All three of them confessed to possessing the firearms they were caught with, but they all denied firing their weapons. Luckily for them, none of them were charged with attempted murder for this incident or any.
How are y'all not charged with attempt murder? If I caught you with the gun that you just shot these niggas, you just shot at them with, would not be able to just go get my ballistics and see like, okay, we caught you with the gun. The shooting was 5 minutes ago. These shootings came from these same guns. I know they had what's the GSR gunshot residue on them? Like
other charge related to shooting at another person. The police did not have any evidence to charge anyone with the shooting, despite there being a shot-up sedan on the scene.
That's insane.
However, all three were charged with armed trespassing, and the twins were each charged with being felons in possession of a firearm. They would be locked up for a while, but were eventually released.
Was with other documented gang members and associates on September 2nd.
Nearly killing Spinner Benz.
In that car, Malik Fields was murdered in a shooting. The defendant was also in that car. Following that event,
Spinner Benz was with Leak when he was killed.
2020, a funeral was held for Malik Fields.
Oh, damn.
At that funeral, Deshaun Williams, Marquez Johnson, and Xavier Mitchell, who you all heard about and saw in videos, were all together, and they were targeted by members of the rival gang. 3 rival gang members were arrested: Alex and Alan Bass and Keon Newkirk, who goes by Dolo.
The twins would go on to allegedly kill one of the most known hitmen in Jacksonville in a crazy broad daylight assassination.
I don't know if I seen his
By
ass like
January
Nardo
of
Wick, don't it?
2023, a known hitman in Jacksonville's name was ringing bells throughout the streets, particularly in the Grand Park neighborhood. An alleged killer from the hood Flag Street named Moby, renamed Dominique Boatwright, had allegedly killed 3 people from Grand Park within a 10-month span.
Damn.
According to Talk in the Streets, Moby was rumored to have killed 3 members of Head First named Fat Sherm, Pac, and Butta. Butta was shot in December of 2022, but would pass away from injuries sustained during the shooting in June of 2023. One day, the twins would get his location and allegedly take it upon themselves to take him out for their hood. On January 19, 2023, around 10 a.m., Moby was sitting in his car in the parking lot of a window tinting business on Emerson Street with a woman. As they were sitting in the car, the twins pulled up with one other person and they were riding in a gold 4-door sedan. All 3 were wearing masks and were armed. Once they spotted Moby, all 3 ran up to his car and fired shots into the vehicle. All 3 shooters then fled back to the car. Both Moby and the woman were hit. They proceeded to limp into the tent shop, attempting to take shelter. CEO allegedly saw Moby moving and proceeded to chase after him into the shop. Once he caught up to Moby, CEO stood over him and shot him repeatedly at point-blank range. Once he was done, CEO ran back to the car, and the 3 of them fled the scene. Officers arrived and pronounced Moby dead on the scene.
Damn.
The whole shooting was caught on the tent shop's surveillance cameras. The way the crime was committed left a huge trail of evidence, quickly leading to arrests.
Goofy ass little boys. That's what's gonna happen. Look at him, 21 years old. Let me tell y'all something about how like, I'm not even gonna say slow because that's a mean word. Let's say ignorant and uninformed on phone them grave. You know how ignorant and uninformed some people is? I made a video on TikTok and I was like, you know, I do these videos so I can show y'all that the only thing that's gonna happen from the streets is you're gonna die, you're gonna go to jail. And I was like, you know, everything I be saying, I was like, get married, have some kids, get you a nice job or a business, get a nice house, all that stuff. This nigga gonna comment and say, I mean, you could still die with a wife and kids or whatever. What? Bro, this nigga is 21 years old. If he was 21 years old working at Walmart, he wouldn't be locked up and motherfuckers wouldn't be trying to kill him. Your life expectancy, statistically, your life expectancy drops 20 years just by living in certain zip codes, in certain hoods. So if you just move, you don't even got to be doing no gangster shit. You just living there. All the stress, all the anxiety, all the crazy shit, the accidents, the burning buildings, the drugs, everybody high, shootings every time. You get caught by strays, like just living there 20 years. Now, if you in the streets, do you know the street niggas' life expectancy? If you make it to C21, you a quote-unquote OG. Because most niggas die. Think about most people that got killed, bro. Okay, let's make it even 25 and under. FBG Duck and King Von was 26. L.A. Capone, 17. Lil JoJo, 18. Fucking Lil Mark, Tuka, 15. Lil Mark, like 16. O.D. Perry, like 18. Like most of these niggas, if you in the streets, bro, 9 times out of 10, you gonna die before you turn 20.
Not long after the murder, the twins were arrested. Despite both being arrested, surprisingly at first, only Paperboy was charged with Moby's murder. After scanning the license plate of the car used in the shooting, police discovered that the car belonged to the twins' mother, and
And how many times do we hear this? Like, understand how fucking stupid you have to be. At this point, it's like a Jacksonville trend. These little boys are dumb. How do you go kill somebody in your mama's car? And you're not even smart enough to unscrew the fucking license plate off. That's stupid.
Boy had been arrested in that car in a previous incident. Additional investigation revealed surveillance video from earlier in the day showing Paperboy getting out of the suspect vehicle in the same clothing he wore during the shooting incident, and his cell site evidence placed him at the scene of the crime during the shooting.
I mean, he had his phone on him in his mama car with the same clothes and put on the same outfit later and took pictures and shit later in the same outfit that he killed somebody with. Like, what are we talking about? And this who some of these kids want to be like this? You want to be that fucking stupid? that you go kill somebody in your mama car with clothes on that you be wearing with your phone in your pocket? Like, you don't even have a fucking, you're not even smart enough to take the license plate off and turn your phone off? Like, I don't, what am I
Additionally,
supposed to say,
one of the
bro?
firearms used during the crime was later recovered, and digital evidence tied Paperboy to the firearm. Police searched through Paperboy's phone and found out that he was messaged on Instagram by a guy believed to be Butta's best friend 2 days after Butta was allegedly shot by Moby. The guy asked Paperboy to send him his phone number, and Paperboy gave it to him. Investigators then saw that they had a 6-minute phone conversation right after they exchanged numbers. Then, on the day of Moby's murder, the two exchanged 5 phone calls and 1 text message between 9:41 a.m. and 10:20 a.m., ending 1 minute before the shooting. Then, right after the shooting, they exchanged 4 phone calls and 5 text messages. Prosecutors believe that these phone records show that Paperboy was in direct communication with a person who would have a motive to kill Moby in a retaliation murder both right before and right after the murder of Moby. Due to the fact that identical twins have the same DNA, and, unlike Paperboy, CEO didn't bring his phone to the murder, the police had much more trouble charging him, but they were eventually able to. CEO
So damn,
was
how you, like, fuck, you were smart enough to leave your phone. You didn't tell your dumbass twin not to leave his?
released for a short period but was rearrested. CEO was officially charged with this murder over 2 years later in 2025. In the meantime, Paperboy
he
was
just
put
got
on
charged
trial
with
in November of 2025. He was found guilty of first-degree murder,
Cook.
attempted second-degree murder,
Cook.
and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
Cook.
He was sentenced to life in prison.
Cook.
CEO is currently locked up awaiting his trial. He is also facing life in prison.
Duh.
Police found a black ski mask when they searched the twins' car. The mask contained the twins' DNA. Since the twins have the same DNA, the police can't identify which one wore it. This
Right.
may help CEO in his trial, but the odds of him beating the case still seem slim.
Still
Man,
over
this
with.
was a crazy story. 2 identical twins.
2 identical dumbasses. Oh, hold up. See your ass later, nigga.
Damn, you shouldn't have been talking shit.
Call the popo, ho. Don't drop the soap. Stupid ass little boy.